I know y'all are probably looking for me. You may not have even known that I was gone. All right. Yeah, I can see, because you got to switch over now to the new stream. Today I choose. Somebody tell me if I'm back. One of my team people. Am I back? Can you hear me? Can you see me? If not, I'm going to go over to Facebook. Just Facebook. I don't know. Yeah, okay, I'm back. Okay. Oh my goodness. I tell you, it's a mess. Don't get frustrated. Don't get frustrated. You know, it's technology. So everybody's online. Everybody's online. All right, so you're suiting up and we're breathing. We were releasing smoking. We were releasing childhood pain. Let me tell you about childhood pain. Just because you do this breath and you still have a flashback or a memory, don't think it's not working. Again, what these breaths are doing is it's preparing your consciousness and your mind. All right, so do the breath. I was reviewing all of the breaths that we have done together over these years, over this year. So we had the release breath and then the calling in. So today I choose to experience joy. Remember, I'm experiencing joy now. Excellent. Today I choose to experience happiness. No, happiness. Okay, well, we'll do happiness. Today I choose to experience happiness. Exhale, I'm experiencing happiness now. How about this one? Today I choose to experience wholeness. Exhale, I am experiencing wholeness now. How about that? Today I choose to experience completion. I am experiencing completion now. How about this one? Today I choose to experience laughter. Exhale, I'm experiencing laughter now. Okay, today I choose to. What are you choosing to create? What are you choosing? You can breathe that in. So what would happen if you wrote that down on a piece of paper? Today I choose to. Today I choose to. Today I choose to. And if it's something you want, breathe it in. If it's something you're releasing, clear it out. How much time do you spend every day on your spiritual practice? Do you do any of these things like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when I'm not here? You got to do this stuff. You can't just have it and think it's cute and fun when I'm here with you. I want you to do these things when I'm not here, okay? That's what the Swits are doing. Spiritual warriors in training. They're ones that are in training. They're learning to develop their process and their practice. And the warriors, hopefully y'all are continuing your process and your practice. Some of them are walking back through the process with the Switch. So I like that. Okay, so we're going to breathe. All right. We got to do something about Georgia and Iowa and Montana and Utah. We have to do something. And before we take to the streets and with signs and that kind of stuff, I want us to create the consciousness. All right. There is a consciousness in the energy, a universal consciousness that is about justice and fairness and equity. That color is green. It's archangel, but the color is green. I want us today to blanket the United States with the energy of justice and truth and fairness. Because what's going on, it's just coming up, be healed. Don't get caught up in what they're doing. It's coming up to reveal where the healing is necessary. Can you hear me? And I know that's hard because we want to say, look what they're doing. They're doing. No. When you see it, okay, that needs healing. All right. And the people involved need healing. They need to be brought into alignment with a higher vibration. We can create that higher vibration. Okay. Take a breath with me. Let it out through your mouth. truth, justice, fairness, balance. I want you to see, feel, imagine, intended to be so, that on this screen that you're looking at, there's a map of the United States. Just see it. A map of the United States. We've seen it in our life. We know what the United States looks like. Okay? Take a breath. Let it out through the nose. All right? See, feel, imagine, intended to be so, that there's a map of the United States in front of you, right here on this screen. All right? Now I want you to take a breath, and I want you to see it with your mind's eye, intended to be so. Imagine it, that the entire United States is a brilliant green. Just see it green. See it glowing green. See every state, every city, every outline. Just see it green. Come on, breathe. And we send healing light, because these things need to be healed. They're not just political. This is what's in people's hearts. This is what's in people's minds. They think they got to cheat to win. They think they got to fight to win. They think they have to exclude to win. See the United States green and just send healing light. I send healing light to every corner of the United States, every city, every state, every governmental leader, every state house, every courthouse. Green, green light, healing light. Send it. I ask for and call for balance, justice, truth, fairness to impregnate the United States of America, clearing all historical injustices, clearing all, healing all historical imbalances. Come on, see the United States. This is your land. You know how they say, this land is your land, this land is my land? Well, this land we are healing. Come on, heal it. We want to heal racism. We want to heal ageism. We want to heal homophobia. We want to heal sexual inappropriateness. It's time for people to take responsibility for their sexual irresponsibility. That's not just about men touching women. It's about women being loose. It's about children not being protected. Green, just send it out. Send it out. See it. See it. If you can get on your phone right now and get a map of the United States and just call it green. Yes, come on. Healing to every governor, every mayor, every senator, every council person, every judicial room, to the darn Supreme Court. Come on, see it. See it. There are over 3,000 of us here. Magnify that by 100. These light waves, this light energy, see it. See healing. I call healing in the United States. I call injustice out into the open. Let it be seen, let it be known so that it can be healed. I call racism out. Call it out. Everybody that holds it in their mind, in their heart, call it out so that it can be seen and be healed. What did the person say this morning? I'm going to observe and not absorb. So we want to see it so we can say, okay, that right there needs healing. Call it out so it can be healed all over the United States. Hunger, food insecurity, economic injustice, social injustice, political injustice, and all of those that hold it in their heart and their mind. We call it out. We call it out. We don't have an opinion. We call it out for healing. We're not against it. We call it out for healing. We call it out so that the universe can bring it into balance. Come on, breathe through your mouth. Come on, breathe through your mouth. Now close your eyes for just a second. And in your mind, see it, feel it, imagine it, that the United States is blazing. Let's say a Kelly green light, blazing, blazing, blazing. Every city, every state, every river, every lake, everywhere. The ocean around it. You know, if you've ever read the work of Jerry and Esther Hicks, Asking It Is Given, The Power of Intention. They say if you hold your attention on a thing for 17 seconds, it is created in the universe. So let's hold the United States calling forth truth, justice, balance, the end of inequality. The United States is healing at its root and cause, at the root and cause, at the root and cause, at the root and cause. It's healing. Come on, breathe in and breathe out. And I want you to do this. It's going to sound strange, okay? Clap your hands. You know, they say when you clap your hands, the angels start dancing. Come on, clap your hands. It's done. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Create an energy. Create a vibration. Come on. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Yes. Come on. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. We don't have to say nothing. We want the angels dancing all over the green of this United States. Yes. Breathe it in and out. Breathe it in and out. Peace. What are you doing? She's got the evidence hanging off her fur. I'm gonna put y'all hold on. Keep breathing. Let me go put them in the cage, okay? Because I don't know what they're doing. Come on. In there. Go in. Get in there. Get in. Hey, get inside. Oh, now I see what you're doing. Now I see what you're doing. Oh, my Lord, have mercy. I can't take you people. I am so sorry, y'all. I knew they were up to something they had no business doing, okay? They got a little box of incense and they over there eating up the incense box, okay? How does that feel? How does that feel? Healing. So listen, when you hear these things and see these things, observe, don't absorb. Thank you, whoever put that up this morning. I'm going to use that, okay? Observe, don't absorb. And when you see it and when you heal it, and this, if I'm not mistaken, isn't this tomorrow's Palm Sunday, right? So this is the Holy Week. Ain't this the Holy? Oh, yes. Come on, y'all. Remember, when you clap your hands, the angels start dancing. So sometimes when you just want to create something, I choose to release smoking. I choose to release childhood pain. I choose to release whatever, all right? Just clap your hands. That's a metaphysical practice, applauding, okay? All right. Now, I'm going to tell you all this, okay? I have a reading for you this morning, but I'm not going to tell you the name of the book. Let me tell you why. Because I know when I tell you all a book, you run and go buy it. And I need this book for a class that I'm teaching. And y'all will buy it and it'll be gone. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing. So I'm not telling y'all the name of the book. Because I need the book for my students. So I'm not telling y'all. I didn't know that's what was going on. They tell me if I say a book, that within 20 minutes, the Amazon, the book.com and the cheap books and everything, the book is gone. All right. So I'm not telling you the name of this book, but I am going to read from it for you. Okay. Listen. Okay. No, I'm not. I don't care. Germany, I'm not telling you the name of the book. Because y'all are going to run the book and I need it. And then it'll be 5 weeks and my students can't get their book and they'll be in upset. No, I'm not telling y'all. I'll tell y'all next week after my students have it. Okay. This is what it says. Listen. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Do you know how many of us are blind and deaf? Not physically, but in our consciousness. How many of us are blind and deaf spiritually? That we think everything that happens is about us and we got to take it and we got to, no. And we don't stop and ask for guidance about how to approach whatever it is that we're seeing or experiencing. But this book, that I'm not telling y'all a name of so y'all don't go run and buy it and my students won't have it. This book says, then the eyes of the blind shall be opened, and the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped. Having eyes, see ye not. How many of us have eyes and don't see? I don't mean see physically, see spiritually. Having ears, hear ye not. To try to learn spiritual things without light in your mind is like searching in the dark to find an object. Without light, that means in your mind, without energy, without clarity, without truth, without peace, without light, you cannot see it all. Or you will see dim outlines of objects, but you cannot clearly discern anything that is there. The objects are all there, but you do not see them without light. You have limited vision of everything. So here's the question. Do you have light in your mind, in your heart, or do you just have the physical energy? Do you keep having the story you tell yourself? Do you have judgment? We're going to talk about that in a minute. I don't have a lot of time. Do you have judgment? Do you have unforgiveness? Do you have opinion? That ain't light. All right, listen. The vision of the single eye is true. In the midst of the most imperfect, malformed, pain-racked body, there is perfection. Let me say that again. The vision of a single eye is truth. In the midst of the most imperfect, malformed, and pain-packed body, there is perfection. With the meanest, most murderous man alive, listen, within the meanest, most murderous man alive is God. Under the most crippled enterprise is God. Inside the most helpless situation is God. God is both the visible imperfection and the invisible perfection. That's important because we see imperfection and we think that something is wrong. We judge it as wrong. We judge it as bad. But in many cases, it's just the Creator bringing it up for clarity, bringing it up so we can discern, bringing it up so that it can be healed. Can you hear me? Okay. There could be no imperfection without perfection. The imperfections are but a failure to see clearly the operation of the eternal perfection. Reality does not come into full view until you let the light operate. Wherever you can vision perfection, you can attain it. So in the midst of imperfection, in the midst of upheaval, in the midst of ugliness, in the midst of tornado, in the midst of mass murder, in the midst of economic instability, we have to affirm perfection and call forth that which we want, which is what we did this morning, sending healing light to the United States, all right? As far and as high as you are able to see, so far and high you can go. You see why I'm not telling y'all what this book is? My students need this. Your ability is always equal to your vision. The trick is to be able to brush aside appearances and go right to the spiritual facts behind them. To realize what the spiritual fact is and to stand upon it immovable and undisturbed, that's your part. By using the power you have to see good, you increase your power to see God. Let me say that again. Let me get my napkin. My napkin. Oh. By using the power you have to see good, you increase your power to see God. That's the light. Now this one, listen, this right here, listen right here. When you jump into a pool of water, it is the business of the water to make you wet. The water substantiates itself. When you go to the North Pole, it is the business of the climate to make you cold. When you go to the tropics, it is the business of the tropical climate to make you warm. The climate substantiates itself. When you accept light in your mind, when you accept your place in the kingdom of God, meaning when you keep your mind on the good, the positive, it is the business of the kingdom of God to supply you with everything you need and desire. All I have is thine. That is the term used. The term used is, not shall be. Listen, all that I have is thine. You know, that's a Bible scripture. And the book says, the term is, not shall be. It doesn't say all that I have shall be thine. It says all that I have is thine. When you know that you are in the kingdom, that you are in the light, you have the freedom promised to you. Know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. In the kingdom, in the light, you do not have to declare that there is no sickness or poverty, for there is nothing for negatives to act on or with. The perfection of the kingdom of the light is all that exists. It will substantiate itself when you learn how to just let it be and accept that it is. I can't tell you all the name of the book. I cannot, because my students need it. And I know if I tell you all what it is, you're going to run over there and it's going to be gone. I'll tell you next week after my students get the book. That right there, that's deep. When you jump into a pool of water, it's the water's business to make you wet. It ain't your business how you get wet. It's the water's business to make you wet. The water substantiates itself, proves its point by what it does. When you go out in the snow, it's the snow's business to make you cold. You don't have to tell the snow what to do. You don't have to tell the water what to do. How come we think we got to tell God what to do? Why do we think that? As opposed to accepting the light, the presence, the good of the Creator, and allowing it to substantiate itself by us affirming what we know to be true about it. Come on, somebody. Is that too deep for y'all? If that's too deep for y'all, I can go talk about something else. I can go talk about the Housewives or Love and Hip Hop or Married at First Sight, if that's too deep. But if it ain't too deep for you, If you get what I'm saying, if you get what the author is offering us, you don't have to tell God, the universe, how to do what it do. You just need to be in the light and accept what you see and do what you can do. Not always on the outside, sometimes on the inside. I only got 4 minutes. I want to talk to you all about this because I think this is very, very important. We've got to give up judgments. Let me tell you what a judgment is. A judgment is anytime you see something and tell yourself or affirm or believe it should be something else. Judgment are those distinctions: right, wrong, good, bad, fair, unfair. Those are judgments. And what the universe, what life is calling us into is to see what is. Observe it, not absorb it. To see what is. And then get clear about what it is that we should do. This is what the spiritual warriors are learning to do. To see what is, to make sure that you're in balance and neutral about it within yourself, and then do what needs to be done first to eliminate suffering. Okay? So when we see what's happening in, what happened in Colorado, people are making it about the guns. And yeah, it's about the guns. But you know what it's really about? It's really about the violence that we perpetuate every single day with our minds, with our mouths, with our eyes, with our hearts. It's calling us to clean up. We are violent in this society. We are punishing in this society. We punish our kids. We punish each other. We punish our partners. Turn the light on. So yeah, we got to do something about the guns, but we got to do something about our hearts and our minds. That somebody will be walking around with a Glock, whatever. I don't even know what the hell the things are, up in the House of Congress. Proud of it, making a commercial about it. A woman with a gun on her hip, and she's proud. Do you know how antithetical guns are to the natural, authentic being of a woman? Okay? We've got to move out of judgment. When you see something, call in the light and ask to see it rightly. Call in the light. When somebody is behaving badly, what did the book say? The book said in the middle of the worst, most ill-behaved, monstrous person, there is God. People are not their behavior. You're not your behavior. We got to stop judging good, bad, right, wrong, fair, unfair, and call in the light and say, what is this revealing to me? And how is it that I need to respond to this? Instead of telling God how to do what God do. What did the thing say? When you go to the North Pole, it's the climate's business to make you cold. It substantiates itself. You don't have to tell the North Pole what to do. Come on now. We have to do that everywhere in our lives. If your partner is cheating, that ain't got nothing to do with you. It has to do with them and their broken commitment and their lack of integrity. Now the question for you becomes, are you going to stay in that? And is that what you want? And how do you respond? You don't have to respond with threatening and checking phones and all of that. For some reason, you have chosen a partner who's out of integrity, a partner who doesn't honor their commitments. So let me ask you this. Where are you out of integrity with yourself? Where are you not honoring your commitments to yourself? Or maybe there's a seed of unworthiness in there where you are saying, I can't have what I want, so let me accept what's available. Don't make it about your partner cheating. About you, boo. I'll turn the light on. All right? The thing that's showing up is substantiating itself. So the question becomes, what does that have to do with you? If you're on a job where your supervisor acts like a park ape and you think you need to stay there to pay your rent, that's about you. Now you can do one or two things. You can choose. I choose to see my supervisor as a child of God. And no matter what shows up, I know that supervisor is teaching me something. So I'm going to be immovable. And I'm going to bless you. And I'm going to send you green light. And I'm going to release. Can you hear me? Stop the judgments. Everything is up to be healed. It's showing us who we are. And we can't get on sides, right, wrong, good, bad. So they say you can't eat nobody can bring you snacks on the voting line. Hell, bring your own snacks. They can't arrest you, but get in the line, okay? They're programming us and telling us this is making it harder to vote. It's making it inconvenient. But are you going to let the fact that nobody can give you water keep you off the line? Hell no, get on the line. And if you got to vote between 9 and 5, vote between 9 and 5. He prepares the table before you. So if you want to vote on Tuesday, you go to bed at night, you say, God, prepare the table before me, clear the way so that I can get in and out, that I get to work on time, that I do everything that I need to do. Can you hear me? That's where we got to be, people. Using our power, making clear choices. Let water be water. Let snow be snow. Let God be God. Okay, y'all done got me peaching up in here. Be mindful this week of who and what you're judging. Be mindful this week of who and what you're judging. All right? And ask for the light. When you see something ugly or disturbing, call in the light. God, call in the light. I'm calling the light right here. I'm calling the light into Alabama in the midst of that tornado. I'm calling the light into Colorado in the midst of that upheaval. I'm calling the light into Atlanta. The reason these things keep happening is because we get all caught up in the darkness and we don't call in the light. Behind everything, God is behind everything. So what is God trying to show us? God, creator, source, Baha'u'llah, Buddha, Krishna, whatever you call it, Orisha or Bosun, whatever you call it. It's substantiating itself by showing itself. What do you need to see? All right? A gun, this could be a gun right here. It can't do nothing. But my mind and my heart and my judgments will make me pick up this gun. That's what we better get clear about. And you can't legislate people's minds and hearts. There's no law, there's no court, there's no judge, there's no governor. But let me tell you something. You call in the light. I want to say something, but I don't want to get in no trouble. So I'm just going to say this. To all of you governmental legislators, I don't care who you are and where you are, who are outliving the cellular memory, the genetic culture of your ancestors. I call in the light. Now you can make up who that is, but everybody's living that. I'm calling in the light of truth and justice and balance. I'm calling it into your hair. I'm calling it into your eyebrows. I'm calling it into your genitals. I'm calling it into your elbows and your knees and your ankles and your toes. I'm calling in the light to disintegrate at the deepest root and cause the cellular memory of the ancestors that creates injustice and imbalance in this country. That's how I'm gonna do it, okay? How you gonna do it? How you gonna do it? I'm gonna leave you with this prayer. Thank you. I need 5 minutes of grace. I'm going back to Every Day I Pray by yours truly. Every day I pray because I think this is how we can clear injustice. This is how we can move into the light. All right? Dear God, please untie the knots that are invading my mind, my heart, and my life. Please remove the have-nots, the cannots, the do-nots that invade my mind. Please erase the will nots, may nots, might nots that invade my heart. Please release me from the could nots, would nots, and should nots that invade my life. Most of all, dear God, I ask that you remove from my mind, my heart, and my life all of the am nots that I have allowed to hold me back. Please erase from my mind the thought that I am not good enough. Please erase from my heart that I am not loved enough. Please untie from my life everything that I clutch to that supports the belief that I am not enough. Today, dear God, I come to you humbly and reverently asking that you untie, eliminate, and erase all of the knots that have invaded every aspect of my life for your mercy and your grace. I am so grateful. Let these words take on the presence of the Holy Spirit, the angels, the archangels, and let them become living conditions in my life. God, please untie the knots. Come on, angels. Dance. Dance for me, angels. Dance. Yes, angels. So, watch your judgments this week. Anytime you're saying it shouldn't be, anytime you're saying they shouldn't, he shouldn't, it shouldn't, call in the light so that you can clearly discern what God is showing you, us in this situation. Okay? Don't get caught up in your stories. Don't get caught up in what your intellect is telling you. Instead of trying to spiritualize the things that your intellect takes in, how about instead of trying to intellectualize the things that your spirit takes in, how about spiritualizing your intellect? How about that? I'm sorry, next week I'll tell you the book I read from today. But just remember, when you jump in the water, you don't have to tell the water how to make you wet. That's the water's business. So when you jump in life, don't tell the creator how to do life. That's the creator's business. Deep bow. And just in case nobody's told you that they love you today, I'm going to think about you and love you all day. Bye. I'll see you next week. Actually, I'll see you Thursday for the spiritual spa.